I'm sharing my screen. I'm going to look real quick. I think I've done it. Yes, I have. Right. Good morning, folks. It's 9:01 on the 10th day, 12th month, 2022. What I'm looking here at is the microwave influencing the condensates of moisture floating around in the atmosphere, indicative of how much, if everything rained down all at once, what would it be? And we got a big beams coming across here, big beam making outflow here, big square going across here. What happens to microwave a cup when you put it in a microwave with water in it? You think that can't happen in the sky? Boy, you got some influencing going on here. I'm going to go global on this one so you can see. Well, I'd like to see the whole Indian Ocean, actually. So we get a big look at this. They're hitting the storms down here. Main pulse is right around here. Yeah, it's coming from Antarctica, that one. I checked it out earlier. Been documenting it for days. This event's been going on. It's not a glitch. It's not a solar flare. It would have died down by now. So this is a microwave influencing your weather. It's a new type thing. I'm surprised they haven't put a note up yet telling you about it. So, right, I'm going to talk about a couple things. I want to talk about the adding of sulfur in our atmosphere is agreed upon in the Paris Accord, as you can look here. Sulfur aerosol injection in the last paragraph here. First paragraph, last sentence. The delivery vehicles for them, sulfur dioxide injection, and they talk about putting up the precursors or things that'll make them. Sulfur dioxide or another gas, See, they can do more than one thing in the atmosphere, it says in here. Sulfate aerosols can make sulfuric acid directly in the atmosphere, said here in mark number 57, which would be this guy's work here, which I've pulled this up before. Geoengineering and the scientific basis for things. And it shows all these right here in this document. Okay, I'll give you a link for them here momentarily. If it pauses while this downloads, please understand that I do the best I can with the limitedness that I have and a great drive to do it, right? I'll get around when I need to, and I'm not familiar with this document. So this one came up from the House Science and Technology Committees, and I'll make sure I get a copy. Yeah, we'll just call it whatever the document is. It's numbers. Comes from the SIGI 111. It's sideways. Doink. Hey, look what it's not. Geoengineering parts 1 and 2. So I'm going to give you this here. So you have a copy of this document that you will pour over in your free time. And no, you don't have to credit with me for finding some information. You know what you got to do? You got to pour over it and present it your own way. Right? I'm very happy hearing that doctor presenting the last information I presented. Thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. Oh, look, I did it again. Boink, boink. Upside down world. So let's see if we got names of the committees and technology people. Look, names. Who was sitting there when they talked about it? Vacancy. That must have been their common sense was there. It was vacant. And we got Costello. Where's Abbott? Yeah, these up there put too much chem by my. I didn't mean it all the other things. My God, you see? This is all documented. This is all out here to be had. And the SIGI document is here. And you will go over these things. And all these footnotes are the proofs. See this titanium oxide? Did you want to be breathing some titanium? Do you want to change the, how do we say it, the resistance level of the electrical circuit that is your neural system? I'm going to trying to find where we are. Okay, here we go. I'll pop you this one as well. Pop you the docs. I was a bit busy and I was tired when I got home last night. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Committee on Science and Technology of the House of Representatives of the 111th Congress. 111s. So you will look these things up. Serial number 111-62, 111-75, and 111-88. Printed for the use of the Committee on Science and Technology, World Wide Web, http /science.house.gov. Government printing office, Washington, D.C., blah, 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 blah. Can we see anything like, what's this? Gas mitigation. So they're selling the cell. Where's the Hegel's dialectic where they say, how are we going to convince people? The need for mitigation is in 99. So let's go right for Hegel's on this. What? How are you going to get us to ask for it? Where's 99? It should be here. It's not page 99. The power of scientific innovation. Da, 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 da. This isn't the convincing. Give me 99. I'm going to page down of it. What didn't it say it? Okay, we'll read it anyhow. I know it has been suggested that this foundation may be blah blahs. There'll be use of the SAGE satellite stratospheric aerosol gas experiment, but they no longer exist. They said, so they need a new one. You could bring it down to the Kennedy Space Center, and I guarantee you we could get it out there. We could just do this. We could do this in terms of experiments. So far, none have been done, they say, as of the time of the printing of this document. But we could think of process-based experiments. You think of some material into the stratosphere. If you did put some material in the stratosphere, what kind of reactions would occur? Would the particles stick together? So there are a lot of small-scale studies that need to be done, and I want to see the results of these. Because we know they're doing it. Because it's in the air now. And this document says, from back then, it's all these horrendous proposals that are very, very not so smart for the environment. And there's lots of things suggested. But what I want to show you is that when you make sulfuric acid, you will release large amounts of heat during the actual chemical process of making it. So if you put the catalyst in the atmosphere, right? It does, because I made sulfuric acid in a beaker in a chemistry class, and it gets hot. You put gloves on, you don't touch it. It gets very hot, very quickly. And so by putting the sulfurs in the atmosphere that you guys say you've been smelling, and by going over to Worldview and seeing deployments in your skies of stuff over the past few days, it'll show up better here. And I go to the Worldview when you see stuff like this sprayed on you for days, and it would have been spread out up in the north. The heat started up here days ago. Days ago they started spraying the catalyst, and then they hit them with the microwaves. And the microwaves are full on. You're absolutely blasted. I'm talking with big microwaves, these type ones that were up a mimic, these big beams. Not talking those little next rad. We're not talking just X-Men. And there's something full on coming down here. I showed you that in the Oz feed. I could just go backwards and jump. It should hit it. Should hit it. You had the big one come right straight down the country. It's creating heated outflows. And boy, did it heat the air up over the top. It's like you have a cup in the water in a microwave. You ever put steam in an oven when you're making bread? Spray the top of it, get a good crust going. That steam coming up burn the fuck out of you. Well, you heat up microwaves. Heating up small droplets of water doesn't take as much energy as to heat a whole cup at once. It's heating the molecules, and they're moving. It's very easy. You can vaporize them. You can move them. And there's a big move on right now here. And the earthquake risk here is extremely high. And there's volcanism going on here. See, I hate to do it. But the middle of the two beams and the pulse wave is shooting right toward Depths Pansar. This area here with the beam coming out here right over the top of Bali. That's not good. Not good at all. So if that volcano kicks off, I'm not surprised. But my main worry is here. Because there's a fault line that has a movement to it here. And these two islands almost grate upon each other. So when the movement of this one pushes up this way, while the movement of that one's cantilevering the top of that big mass, you have a problem through here. So there's your earthquake time, right around here. And I'll be expecting it. A lot of beam is heating you up. So yes, deployment of sulfurs is going on. We smell it every day. Your outside smells like a book of matches. And we're trying to get back to that 13. I'll highlight it. Just for your ease of finding it. Carbon dioxide is primarily linked. Not fully, primarily. That means they don't know. They've been pushing bullshit lies on you to take money off of you for far too long. Making you fear you're going to die to make you not live your life fully and fulfill your destiny here in life to be a humane being. Potential delivery vehicles, artillery shells. Can't buy much. Balloons. Can't buy much. Hoses in towers. Toxify the air by adding moisture to the atmosphere from the cooling towers. Surface air coolers and things dragged behind boats on balloons with hoses on them, as suggested in the Marine Cloud Brightening Program, as stuff has been done over the Great Barrier Reef. Marine Cloud Brightening. Right now, put up some images here. It's going to go right to it. Should say marine. Well, when I see, what's this? Marine, I'll type it right. Why not? I can find my keyboard. Marine Cloud Brightening. Maestria. We need to make it, Maestria. Here's the boat, and it's on the Great Barrier Reef, and it's doing shit, and it's putting stuff in the atmosphere, and it's already done this to you. It's an indecent proposal, and it's fucking already going on. You can't tell me it's a proposal in here to do that. Marine Cloud Brightening as a proposal, right? For enhancement, inserting substantial cooling effect. How's the cooling going on? It ain't doing it. It ain't just seawater. And if it is seawater, you want that in your lungs? You might have a little algae. You might be coughing up green shit. You might grow a freaking octopus in your fucking lungs or gums. Who knows what's in the sky when they're spraying stuff up just so blatantly. And this is an article here. And I'll send this out again. I showed this picture before. Great Barrier Reef Foundation. You kicking in trying to save the reef, and they're poisoning you in the sky. They're taking the sunshine away from the phytoplankton to keep the reef alive. How fucking dare they? Nah, they think it's counterintuitive to saving something to toxify something else. Nah. So worried about dying we don't live. And make other things die so you could live. You don't step on something's head so you don't drown. You'll both cling together and float as one. And if enough people float, you got an island of safety. And let's float together sometimes, not this Hydra-looking thing on the side here. Pissing me off. With the things booming it up in the sky over the Great Barrier Reef. Doing this. Here's another article. Subject to copyrights and blah, 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 blah. Can it do it from 2021? It fucking is doing what it's designed to do. It's not saving your life. It's fueling it up, and this moisture can then be blown inland towards storms. It can be moved around as geoengineering water and pulsated into where it's wanted, dropped when needed. Because we see it happening. Want some mirrors in space? Yeah, let's break one of them. Who gets the bad luck when that happens? The whole planet? Jesus fucking Christ, what could possibly go wrong? Ocean for... Let's add iron to the ocean. In other words, can we pollute here? Don't need it. Causes algae blooms. Let's drop some phosphates. Add some zinc. They don't know what to do. It's like guessing when you're sick. Which antibiotic roulette wheels are going to be this way? Which pen has the doctor got in his pocket? I guarantee that'll be the first one offered. Geoengineering. Don't tell me it ain't real when it's referenced by all these doctors and all these documents. Inside this document, sunshades for solar radiation management. Chemtrails for you. Yachts with sails for them. Big motors belching out more freaking carbon footprint than you would use in your whole life. And you know what? Your body is a carbon footprint. When are they going to sequester that one? When's that going to be tabled? As the microwaves heat you up, creating the flows, as they're burning you out up here with heat. Not too good. Look at the chem. Look at the deployments here. Rockhampton, Gladstone. Boy, you got a fry line. Every lizard keeping 1 foot off the ground today out there, I'll tell you that. Whoa, whoa, hats. Are they blasting you with the microwaves? Everything's dissipating as it's coming over this station. I think it's on. Shall we look? I've given you links to all these, haven't I? Just look up Marine Cloud Brightening. Hey, you can do better than I can. I'll actually type it right. Australia. You type that in, you'll come up with this information, okay? You'll get this. You'll get all these pictures. And this green stuff down here, it needs sunlight. It's counterintuitive to save this by taking its sunlight away. It's counterintuitive. It insults my fucking intelligence. It's not on. And this guy here, he did it. I hold you personally responsible for thinking this is a good idea. Da da da, you're the numbnut of that year. See this stuff here? What's bleaching it? Is it possibly things are dying? Hey, he's monitoring it well. See, he even got goggles. He has to breathe this shit too. What else is going in it? What's in that tank? What's in this? What's in this? Well, I think that's where you go downstairs. We got a lot of cabins up here. Got a lot of loading ability. Hey, take that trailer off. Put another one on, Mac. Yeah, load it up. Beep, beep, beep. What's in the trailers? Well, that's very aimable. Solar radiation. Modification research. Modification. Governing SRM. Governing. Too much governing. Not enough mente. Use your minds, people. And I popped you the docks today. I hope you found that valuable. Clouds that could save it. Counterintuitive. Look at the boat. Look at the boat. Would you look at the gulf? Yeah, there's a hose going in something that's covered up. It's covered up. What's under here? These are barrels. See it? Those are barrels. And there's a hose running to this machine. And it's going to tanks here. And it's pumping it. I don't think that's just petrol. You would do a better job of that. You wouldn't make sure that couldn't go overboard. Here, pump it overboard real quick. We might get caught. What the fuck is that net on a pallet that can easily be taken on and off this boat? I want to know. Fuel can be taken from the hold of this ship. What's all these tanks? What's going on here? What the fuck is this Magnet Island Ferry's boat doing? What have you done? What have you been told you were doing? There's a better question. Boat number 23447 looks like Q or 0C. I mean, that's a healthy stuff. Why is it covered up? Look at the markings on this. Causticnesses, triangulars of electrical, could be. I can't quite tell. I'm very curious. It's time to find out what's in these containers. Are there children? I have to know some things. I have a lot of suspicions of human trafficking. When I see containers blocked in, and I see an unloading port, and I see non-disclosed things that go on, I have to know what's going on. Well, I guess you gotta have a galley. Yeah, not cool at all. And that's from this article here. I don't. If I pop it twice, it's better than not popping it at all. As I go through my my learnings on this topic as well. So we'll be diving into all of these. All of them. Isn't that horrendous? Absolutely horrendous. As I go through catalysts. Sulfuric acid. Catalyst. That sulfuric acid releases large amounts of heat into the environment or your atmosphere in order to create hydronium ions. Hydronium. That's a big word, hey? We need to make some hydronium. No, they don't. They need to stop that. You know what? I'm going to put that one back up. You're going to be my final out picture. You're the last dog. I can't believe they're doing that to you. Yeah, you're going to be the last. You're going to be my outro. So now let me go on to what you're more expecting me to do. Yeah, you get fried like bugs. Yeah, you're getting microwave like fuck. I did say I wanted to have a look at the National Lopey to see if there's any emanations going on. Super hard up here. There's going to be a lot of heated outflow. Heat from here, heat from here. That's definitely creating a localized heat pulse. Look. All at once blasted here. Pow! So that's going to do some heating. See those different pulse waves in that? Let's see if we can step that. Right there. Oh, bastard. when you get these pulses in the lines, it has a tendency to put out a boom, boom, boom. And it'll cut storms into lines later on as it hems the chem. So you can expect some pop-ups from that because of the showers. And she's absolutely blasted. This area is totally energized. But it's going to pin a lot of all the action up north for now. And then when that moisture that's coming through now hits this area here with this cold from down here, you guys are going to kick off to some horrendous rains. Absolutely horrendous. It's going to be very, very, had a word for that. Thor's going to be on his anvil. Yeah. To be thunder, lightning, and the boom, boom, plume in the skies, and you're getting fry, the heat wave. And you need to learn to say, no way, Jose, I'm not gonna obey, yeah. The motherfucker said to me, you better put this mask on, boy, or you're not gonna be able to leave my friends. So I did it, put it on, and I went to 3 countries, and I'm still alive, yeah. I'm still alive, I'm still here. You poor folks that got dopey-dope, but we're gonna learn how to heal you. That's right, because the government fucked you, and I'm not gonna have that happen. Nah. You should be able to say I fucked myself. But if you, after hearing this wording, you fuck yourself, then you have fucked yourself. And as I look at the microwaves here, pulsating in 2 different directions, this way and that. Goes this way and that way, go this way and that way. Have you ever seen a chemtrail up in your skies? If you ever seen a chemtrail, open your eyes. You open them this way and open them that way, and booming and pluming and ruining. And my God, would you look at, it's in an obvious deployment of a chem bomb. Yeah, let's have a formation now. I have a formation. It's aliens, man. It's a fucking chem bomb balloon. It's specified here that they're allowed to use. They say it right here. It's what. My God, the government lies to us like fucking rugs. You'd think there was a Turkish carpet salesman over there in the Izmir market. Yeah. I told the guy, I will only buy one if it's a flying carpet, and he had a small one. He threw it across the room. He got me. Yeah, I bought it. It was a prayer rug. It was honesty. Yeah, here you see it right here. Look. Artillery shells, the stratosphere, sulfur dioxide injection, an injection, a fucking vaccine for the sky. And they do propose that too, Paxvax. It's never been provably deployed. Okay, we got wind of it and stopped it. But it is allowed by law for them to vaccinate you in the sky. That is a fact. Has it ever been done? Prove it. Boy, will I be waving that flag. But I know that it's allowed. And so you need to undo that law. Highly reflective. You have no sunshine for anything out in the ocean. Yeah, we're gonna talk about doing this, but we're not gonna do it. But meanwhile, there's a boat out here doing it. It's doing it. These are proposals. You gotta iron out what's supposed to happen before you do it. You don't just do it. Shame on you, Captain. Shame on you. Davy Jones wants a word with you in his locker. A failsafe. There's no failsafe. You ever seen the movie Failsafe? Got bypassed. And when a computer's in control of weather modification technology, and it gets pissed off at us, what happens? Hey, we just make enough sulfuric acid to burn your lungs out. Or we just make enough volcanoes to kick off. You'll hear a computer say it can do these things one day. Because we know they can. SAI is just one letter short of AI. I've blocked that out. AI seeks to enhance planet albedo. AI is considering the most technology. Who is in control of this is really, at the end of the day, is the D-Wave computer system, because nobody could take into their mind. It's impossible. No one person can keep in their mind all the variables of all the pressures that if I drop one chem bomb here, how's that butterfly wing going to affect the weather over here? All those big beams did a big adjustment all at once to change the pattern. All at once. And it's showing up in the cloud imagery here. Big white swath of different color. This should all be taken at the same time of day as the satellite passes. So it's very interesting pictures we're taking. So it's a 9-minute pass. So it should flip-flop. With the big square over here. Not too many people are looking at off the coast of that. Looks like the tip of Greenland. See, it's been energized. And I look over here at the UK. We had a big clearness come on. Boy, did it get crisp and dry. And then they said, hey, you have a big old blast of some crap. All microwaved up shit and chem bomb. Because I watched them do it. Well, not many chemtrails being laid flying into and out of Birmingham this morning. So the atmosphere at the current point is not conducive for the natural formation of a contrail. Ireland got absolutely... Look at the colors of the smashness here. Well, that'll probably be heather in the downs. The fens. Yeah, it's where golf got its name. They used to hit and it would land in the holes. They thought it was funny. Maybe watching this surf go out and get it. Maybe that's what we gotta say. Go get my ball. Hey, Ireland. Bzzz, getting fried. Go away style. It's probably Limerick is guilty of that one. Bzzz, the Attics stealing your future. How dare they? As we look at Italy, totally smashed, chem-bombed out. Lots of sand has been directed over here. It's just off the coast of Turkey and it's tickling into Izmir. So, my love, close your windows. Close your doors. The sand is upon you from the geoengineering horrors. And a lot of what you see here is from the fires they burn to heat the houses, settling in the valleys. So the air around Izmir is toxic air. Really bad. Right around where we live. Quarantine Island, that one's called. Yep. Cheshme. Looks like a pig, don't it? Pigs in those sniffing grease. That's grease over here. That's how close the tensions are. They even made an island look like a dick. They'll go out and put... There's an island out there they fight over. One army goes out there and leaves some rocky and puts the Turkish flag, and then it comes back and it's Uzo, and then the Greek flag, and they have a little thing going on. But the tensions are a bit tense lately over that. So it's extremely toxic air. From Istanbul to Shitsmir. It's bad. Ankara, the capital, totally chemmed out, and they're making some snows for this end of the Black Sea. You gotta know your geography to do this, you know, youngins. So try to emulate me, sound we're all gonna die in a playground. I ain't gonna go very well. That's not smart. Remember, kids, discretion is the better part of valor. You gotta know when and where sometimes. Yeah, I know I'm a bit loud. And yeah, it can be an embarrassment in public. Because we only live once, but you know, there's a time and a place sometimes as they draw the Moloch in the sky here over, how do you pronounce this right? It's been a while. Unya. Ordu. Giresun. Gorele. Trabzon. Trabzon. Say give them, Johnson. Just made her melt. So I just showed you got some really bad air, sweetheart, so we got to be very conscious of that. But you know, while all the people are having their world cunt over here, they cleared one spot and they gave sand to the other as a precious sacrifice to who's going to win the next match. You know, I picked the winner of that game at the end based on, I said, right, well, they're wearing the checkerboard squares of the Mason Lodge, the other team in it, therefore Croatia's going to win, and they won in penalties. And you guys lost a big one, because you got chem-bombed off the hull. There's dust all in your fucking air, and you got sprayed like bugs today as well as yesterday. Do. All these chemtrails headed your way. Don't do. And then I look and out, they're doing it again today. Oh, I believe that ours is being sprayed. So let's look at the damage for the 10 days. Oh my fucking God, would you look at the guilt still in the planning stages? Some of this is already coming. They got more in store. More in store. More in store. You're being whored. You don't even get it good. They shake you upside down to get that money. And it's can't bear it again. The mountains are going to get another toasting. Will it melt the snow or will it be snow? It's going to be snow in the mountains again. Capping the white of the mountains. Extending a ski season. Causing cold air to flow this way and that way and into the trough. Setting up the bad news. And that snow is coming soon. Coming soon. Just for you. Booms. Now let's see what they got planned. Yeah, the fuckery's coming. I've got you all set up for it. Yeah, the EMF's in place, the camera's in place, and they got you in place just where they want you. Complacent, docile, and going along with whatever. If any of you believe the World Health Organization again after the admission of the lie that it was not effective at all, and they know it, then you're a fool. What kind of fool? Do you want to be a fool? Or do you want to fool other people? They're both bad. Too many lies in this world. It's about time for honesty to be rewarded instead of dishonesty being upheld. When a whistleblower is villainized over what he was blowing the whistle about, because one person has the ability to get somebody in trouble easier, and you have no chance of getting justice. So tie you up in courts till you're dead when you're dying of something, because they can outlast you rather than admit they done wrong. I'll bring to you the Teflon lawsuits as an example. And that poor man that brought up this suit, he died before the settlement settled right after he died. What a fucking shame. Or right as he died. It's always that case. And then it died. Would he die with a smile on his face? He just had conviction. He could have just laid and had the last years of his life with just living. He could have sold his land. He could have had money and done anything he wanted. But he chose to do for the people what should be done for the people. Being honest. Even at the expense of your own self, sometimes you have to do these things. And discretion is always the better part of valor. You know, you go get your kid go spouting off too much stuff, extremist like, they're going to use the laws over 9/11 and it'll take them from you. Say you're radicalizing. So be careful. Discretion, kids. Discretion. I love you all. You come from fierce warriors you are. And let me be your way shower. I'm happy to be. But part of the way of showing is discretion sometimes. There's a time and a place for everything. And you don't have to ask permission to do activism. You do it. People will tell you you might not work. You'll unmanifest yourself. You'll doubt your outcome. I never doubt that this is going to end. I never doubt that this is ever going to be allowed to continue. This will cease. This will not go on. We will never have covered containers and not seen. Not seen. Not cease. NOTSEES. Not cease. And this is wrong. What's in these containers? They're all electrified. They're all wired together. Are they crew cabins? Do they have to have that many people here to operate the switch? I don't think so. I think they got stuff down here where people normally sit and can go. I don't know. I'm very curious about this boat. I'm going to look into your very build. Up there they even put what looked like a... Well, maybe it's a sea serpent. I'd like to think it's a starfish they were protecting. But where's the belly where it would birth out the beautiful? And the male gives birth in there. How about that one, eh? There you go, ladies. Ah, my tummy. Yeah, he gets the stretch marks. I got a joke digested. What the hell is this all about? I'm gonna bring it right to the edge there. We just aim it right down at the water. I'm gonna just dump our ship right on in there. Or maybe there's a fish in there. I don't think anybody want to stand in front of that. It's puffing, too. It's pulsating. So it's not a full-on jet. See the pulsation to it? So who knows if there's a frequency generation device here? Who knows if this smaller radar is emitting any signal to help activate it, or whether they got a transponder? What's in this container here? The green one? I can't quite zoom in on that, but there's definitely a black... Oh yeah, you can. Oh yeah, you can. Oh, did you see that? So I can't get it. I want to get a picture of this later. I want to know what it says on that label. Anybody operating this shit, take a picture of that if you give a fuck about this animals here you say you are. Maybe you're being used while you're standing up here on your helipad taking pictures of something. Yeah, that'd be a helipad. Uh-huh. What's in his case? What's he measuring? Is he measuring the plume? What's the data? How wide does it get? Last time I checked, it was 100 kilometers wide, 25 kilometers downwind. Yeah, it stays in the air a long time. It's designed to. So what's in this? What's in this? Covered up these barrels. What's in this barrel here? Is it an insulated one? Is it cryogenic? Is it just dry ice? I want to know what's in that. Right? I'd like to think it's nicenesses, but I have a feeling it's not. That's probably for lunch and that, and bringing heavy things on board. Let's get that on and off. There might be some fuel for it. Yeah, smaller tank. So what's going on? I want to know about this boat. I want to know very badly about it. Because when I look out here and I see things that just make clouds in one space all the time, right? If you got a spot. So I'll let this roll a minute. I'll let it roll fast. Like I got a spot right here, right? And all it's doing is making a cloud the whole time. It has the ability to move along slowly from here to here in 4 hours easily. Then I suspect something like that going on. And we've had many cases of storms where just one area, just all the water is just coming from one spot. It moves up like a boat, far at the speed a boat can travel, and it just plumes the whole time. And you don't insult my intelligence when I just could show you something like this, that it's possible that could happen, that it's possible that's going on, that it's possible that these beams are heating the atmosphere, because I put a cup of water in the microwave, what happens? Exactly. You steam it up real quick, don't you? You superheat it even. And as these pulsations go through, they're going to work up the storms. They're going to hem the chem. You can expect the chem deployments to get much heavier as the night goes on, as they set up these storms for tomorrow. The catalysts are here. The temperature gradient differences are there. But I told you it was going to get hot days ago. I'm not surprised. You were warned. Yeah, you were warned about a lot of things that people say you're not getting any warning. I can show you the temperatures. It's bad, but plenty of people showed that graphic already. It's very dramatic. Very dramatic as you go into today. Ooh, it's hot. But I told you it was going to be. You get blasted. It's right on the EMF corridor. Of course it's hot. There'd be a microwave there. I'm trying to find it. I think I have to close a few things. National Loopy. Look at all the microwaves on here. Fried. It's all been heated up right in that area. It's been heated up for days. I've been showing this. They're heating it up here too. Look at the pulse wave. See it? That's a different one. It's right in the inside of another beam. It's taking 3 stations to do this. Yeah, you got 4 of them active here. 4 of them. All 4 of these are active. This one's blasting out to sea. In here. And in toward that way. The next one over doing it near the same. She's full on. Pulsing. Boop. Boop. The pulsator. The vibrator. I like a few people. I'd like to sit on one of those radar domes. That's for sure. Then you get an idea of the whole picture. Of course you're fucking hot. The microwave is on and you're in it. You're in the microwave. Ain't nothing but it. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that picture there. I've already popped you links to all this. Sulfuric acid also makes heat. Chemtrails full of sulfur make heat. Why is it hot? A combination of many things make it hot, including flow from the tropics that got bubbled down as a mass of hot air can get moved. There's all these lows that surrounded it and you moved it down. To have this even be set as a low pressure, they'll say it's a high-low. Bullshit. It would move as it would be called an anticyclone, and they happen when you're making landocanes. Yeah, you heat it up from the inside on this area here. It'll go that direction. And what's it going to pump up? Boom. It's also can fuel storms just from the very dropping of something cold inside it, or just having the actual cold on the low deck. This goes over on the top because hot air rises. Things are sinking and falling, and well, you get the whole wah. Even though it seems like all's quiet on the Western Front right now, they're fronting you. Yeah, this ain't gonna last. You got about a half a day to get all your business done along here, and then the full barrios of it all starts. Snafuing you. Situation normal, all fucked up. And Rob D says, it's an eminent fuck. It's an eminent fuck. And I ain't putting you on. Boom! Is what you're gonna get. Beams going out to sea, swirling on Sedonas, little mild Doras mildly on, half on. See it? She's frying you. Hillston fryers on, pulsating a storm together for you. They look like they just turned all these radars off completely. They're not even on. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, they're hiding things from you. They don't want you to see something. They damn sure don't want you to go out, find this boat, and go on board and find out what's going on. What's in this shit? I want to know. What's that chart? I got a lot of questions. Ooh, questions are burning. And when I have questions burning, I guarantee you I'm going to run these numbers. I guarantee you I'll run that name and find out where that vessel's from, how it was built, what was it fitted for, where is it now, what happened to these containers, who's got a better picture, why has this got caustic symbols on it, what the fuck is they putting in my sky? That would probably be sulfuric acid. Or something else, caustic. What a fucking shame. This is a slam bust. You don't believe me? Okay. Deny. Deny the facts. Deny you're being sprayed like bugs. Deny this. And you're in denial. And I'm not talking about Egypt either. I'm talking about denial. Denial. You're denying it. Niles is dying. And with this going like this, and this going like that, I'm going to run a quick forecast for you. Right, here's your foreskin. Here's where your chopper's happening. I showed you that part. I would do it again. And I'll have a sip off of my, now quite cold coffee. Thank you, coffee, for existing. Cold or hot, I love you. Alright, New Zealand got a bit of action coming across the island as predicted across the volcano field. Adding more water and pressure to the top of the cinder cones. What a fucking shame. Yep, what a shame. And you guys, more tropical crap comes down on New Zealand from the top, and that cold shit from the bottom hits. You got all the conditions for a whammo. Yeah, your weather brought to you by Whammo, the Acme Spraying Corporation. And as we go into Sunday the 11th, which will be Monday the 12th, early at night, you get a lightning show. Look west, film well. You'll get some great shots, because there's so much crap in the atmosphere, that lightning's going to be quite dangerous. Especially toward, like, the double, this area around here. As I've been watching the deployments in the diverse, that's Tamworth double corridors get extremely heavy lightning, flash flooding until I would expect it. Poor smudgies and mudgies and budgies. Budgies are lost. Poor mudgy. Kumquat, I think you're going to get wet. Yeah, Kumquat's going to get wet as the storms proceed along and out to sea. It's a quick move in front. It's going to have a lot of spinners in it, lots of hail, lots of damaging winds, and if you don't see a fucking tornado through this alley over here, I'm going to be extremely surprised. Did Robert D just say tornado? I fucking did. Yeah, all the conditions are perfect. You have perfect conditions for it. Now just add the chem bonds to it, and then she proceeds into the north. And absolutely gives you a good old bathing. Have it again. A 3,000 plus mile long tendril of storms impacting the entire northern shorelines of Australia, except where the wicked glitches are at. So expect the broom to be riding hard, experts to be pulsing, bzzzt, and the fryers will be on this day, pushing the storm over. You expect Alice Springs to have done a pin move. You can expect the beam to have come up the coast to cut the storm, to force that in a beam like this. So I'm going to see a big square one on Mimic here show up probably about this time on the 12th, because that's when I would do it to make that happen. Right? If you're going to make those, you have to start thinking like that, though, scientifically, to make this happen, because I've been noticing and watching for years. I notice patterns. Very good at it. And then she's off. Right? She sends the moisture back over, brings us through the bite, and you get round toe. Yeah, have it again, Darwin. Have it as we move on. As we get toward about the 12th, you're fucked again. Big fucked. And the pressures on that day here have it parking. Watch. It's a parker. She ain't got nowhere to go. She bubbles into that. That sits there for a while, because it's got nowhere to go with this under it. Until this bubbles on the top, it even briefly traps that, so she gets a link into that down there, she'll be gone. And she's gone. But this is a tendril spitter. Right back up. Anytime you want a little extra moisture in there, bloop, bloop, bubble up. You got 3 bubble ups that can occur here, depending on how cold they make it. The lowest pressure in the area is over here. So, the leanings and the gleanings happen that way. And that'll create quite a stirring of the pot from the hots and the cold. So you're going to get it isolated pockets of hot, isolated colds. Hang gliders have a glory day out there because you're gonna have some hellacious conditions on the front of the front. I don't envy you breathing that air up there. Be interested in what pictures you guys take up there in Lasses. Well, to me, when I say guy, it's a unisexual word. Right? It's either male or female. Yeah, you either got a penis or a vagina, or Jose and B at the same time. Right? Other than that, I'm sorry. I don't mollycoddle what you want to be called or done. You just do what you want. And I'll just say, hey, man, guys and folks. I just say folks for it was cool. Somebody made a comment to me the other day. They said, nah, I don't care. If you want to be a dog walking down the street, I'm okay with it. But if you lift your leg on me, I'm going to treat you like a dog. I'm going to get the holes. And it rubs the lotion on his skin. It breathes the chem bombs in the air. It has no choice about whether it gets the holes again. They chem bombed up your fucking skies so you could get the hose and die. That's what they want. Depopulation, death, giving chemicals that kill in the rest homes. What a fucking shame, the scandal that's coming out here they're trying to bury in the UK. As the low comes over on this day, this is the fucking easiest fucking read I ever done. Your bubble up is here in the tropics, and it's got nowhere to go. It's going to be hot up here, cold down there, and you're going to continue to rain on and off for days through here. And we will follow the cam, follow the cam, follow the cam. Don't be planning a holiday up here. Yeah, don't be holidaying here right now for weeks. You're on and off inundations. Very dangerous situation with the flash flooding going on and the toxification with the reef and the runoff. Almost looks like they're trying to make a die-off happen so they can sell global warming and climate change, it seems like. It's almost like they want to ruin your cars with hailstones so the insurance could say, nah, we won't buy a new car just like it, but we'll happily pay for this upgrade to an electric, which is going to tax the grid. It's not able to handle it all. And while in all fairness, the carbon footprint of what it takes to make a battery these days isn't worth the human traffic that goes on for even one of them. Ever try to replace one? Yeah, get you sucker fished into that. You better get your walking shoes on and better learn how to use them. Or better yet, you better learn how to say no to things in a more forceful manner. Because as this pissing dingus is down here dipping up water like a dog's tongue. Blip, blip, blip every time it comes. Licking a little water in, licking it, licking it, licking it, licking it. Quit being an arse licker! This shit don't work with me. And there's your 10 fucking days and beyond. You are going to get it for days after that. That thing ain't moving nowhere no time soon. Nowhere no time soon. It's got to come across. So for 4 days after that, you're fuck, 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 fuck. Like a chicken bok, 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 bok. And this is easy to pinch off and send down south. But the more common move for this is to bubble this along. Let it keep kicking up that cold. And it also has moisture in it. And it's going to be thunder and lightning as the government inside you is biting. Such wormy fuckers. The grubberment. At least a grub might come out of the ground and fly into something beautiful like a lunar moth. Or flutterby. As Cal Gorley is right on the line of the atmospheric pressure. This whole area is completely volatile for naturally occurring storms. Now just add chem, but these pressures are impossible. They just fucking are. Look, a 9, 10, and 11. This would be one isobar, and it would be around a complete circle. Nah, one tick differences don't get lines. So this is geoengineering being planned. Where they're drawing the devil. Look, woo, boogeyman. If you want to see a boogeyman, you'll have a boogeyman. The boogeyman I see is Jimmy Valiant with Big Bad Mama, the 2x4. Okay? Never give power to things that should never have power over you. And with that said, and with that done, I'll show you your next 24 hours accumulation around here. And then I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Now, if you care to support my work, you may do so at paypal.me/Robert Deutsch. Or contact me. You might find a piece of jewelry you like from one of my videos. Sorry if you can't comment on everything, but when I open up comments to people, to everyone, some terribly abusive ones coming. So if you got a friend in my wall, have them contact me. I'll go through my wall and find somebody that's inactive, and as in like their account's gone, and I'll pinch them. That's part of the purge, you know. My active people, don't think I'm banning you or anything for having a comment to me. I'm very tolerant, you know. I'm not going to let their proposed thunderstorms ride along. They're lying. So, yeah, very tolerant of opinions. And when you stop playing nice and get all lording over things with people, you fuck off. I'll usually just unfriend you. And Wayne, if you're listening, I've remembered you. Your 30 days is up. I'm going to put you back on the unblocky list. There's a few people that are going to get uncalmed down. A couple people got funny when I announced I want to get married. Well, you could just stay gone. It's petty. I never said I wanted to be romantic with you. I made it quite clear, actually. As said. So, anyways, as this line of storms, that's a big line of thunderstorms they're predicting. So good, I was right about that. Oh my God! All at once, the chem bombs connect. They turn it off and boom, they pulse it just right. It must have just left the radar. My God, that's gonna be bad. It looked like a shotgun. Bang! Here's a penis. The vag cloud. What else we got going on? Oh my God, every day during the day you are fucked. As soon as the tops of the clouds help catalyze with the solar initiatives of some of the stuff that's in the atmosphere, which I will not get into right now. Just look on my wall. I'm showing some stuff about sunlight and how it interacts with some of these chemicals. And over the next 3 days, Lord Howe owns the show out here, straight line right in front of it. So its pulsation is going to hem a lot. You get to the mountains here, go and get some snow for us in some wintry mixes over the next 3 days. Next 24 hours, you got time to do your things and enjoy it. Yeah, you're going to get some rain through here. Got to swell them creeks, got to keep you moist. They're after this area. Agenda-wise, clearly says so. And if you don't believe that, I'm okay with you not believing it. I wish you would. So you would fight it with the rest of the people that don't want their houses taken away from them, that do want to own stuff and be in charge of their own happiness level, right? You're going to rent everything that I'm hearing coming from the mouths of the people that have everything already. What if I rent it and I'm not a good boy? The state not going to let me have my bed that night? They're going to control the lock on my house, and I'm sorry, you haven't taken enough steps walking today. The state says you need to take more. Do 25 5-count burpees. Do some burpees before you go in the door. So you have a heart attack. Who knows where it's headed? Report to Carousel immediately, said Logan's Rhyme. And we're all going to be Logan. We're all going to be running unless we stop this shit. And the total inundation, these totals are going to remain like this. Because this is going to get worse over the next 4 days. I take 4 days off at Church Sign. You're going to see this whole coastline lit up. You're going to see less over here. You're going to see, again, that over here. And the whole line through here again. It's going to look fairly the same, but more over toward Adelaide. As I walk this around the corner over the next 4 days, you'll get the inundation here. So these totals here, you're going to expect the fuckery of the vent again. You're going to get vented in the vunt. Right in the vunt, man. And with that said, Fiji, you're copping it. I was right. Get ready. The hoedown is almost over. It's time for the showdown. Look out for the cookout. And when you see what Access is, you're going to go, oh my fucking God. They got you near the same. Near the same. You're fucked. I don't go by that anymore. I go by the pressures. I go by what I see EMF lines. I go by beams like this for your shorter term forecast. For my earthquake predictions. And most of the line here is still in the chromatic trench here in Tonga, because these beams coming out here. So mostly be like in here, in the 5s. So with that said, use your head. You're being sprayed like bugs. This is floating inland. It's settling on the waters. There's barrels. There's chemical markings. There's hidden things in containers. On the magnetic island Ferry's boat. But we need to find out what just went on there. Right, big love people, stay safe. Peace.